Hey everybody, Motumbo here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are playing some more Historic here on Magic Arena, and I'm excited to be bringing this deck to you. This is a deck that we really have not messed around with, a card that we really haven't messed around with in quite some time. And yeah, we're going to see what we're able to do, especially with some of the newer cards that we have access to. And, like always, let's just hop right into the deck. And we are playing Blink and You'll Miss It. So yes, so the deck actually is focused on blinking your creatures in and out just to get more and more card advantage. And we are playing the card that is one of the most unfair cards to be playing from your sideboard. One of the companions, and that is Yorion. And I mean, there's a ton of companions, but I think Yorion is one of the better ones. Not as good as Luris, but Yorion is up there, gives you access to do some pretty crazy things. But Yorion is a card that lets us blink our creatures when it comes into play. Let's take a look at it. It is 5 mana for a 4/5 flyer, and it says, whenever it enters the battlefield, exile any number of other non-land permanents you own and control, and return those to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. So we're trying to get as many creatures out in play as possible that actually have enter the battlefield effects, and then we are going to play Yorion or some other cards, but Yorion mainly. And Yorion will blink them all out of existence, and then at the end of the turn, they'll come right back into play, and then we'll gain all of the benefits from them all coming into play at the same time. So, and then in case you're not familiar with the Companion ability, Companion says your starting deck contains at least 20 cards more than the minimum deck size. So with constructed being 60 card deck sizes, we do have to play 80 cards. So maybe our consistency is not there. Some people will argue that, but I do feel like that you're playing 80 cards. You're just getting to play more Magic, so you're having more fun and doing a lot more things. So, and the way Companion works is it starts like kind of in its own zone, in the Companion zone, but it's really in your sideboard, and you can pay 3 mana during your turn once per game to move that card from the Companion zone into your hand. So it's kind of like starting with an 8th card in your hand that's always there until you're ready to play it, and then you pay 3 mana to basically charge up your laser, put it in your hand, and then if you have the mana, then you can cast it, or you just wait till the following turn. So it's really, really cool. So again, our whole deck is going to be focused on blinking mostly, but I'm going to kind of just go through these cards, and we're going to just try to hit on them as quickly as possible because we have so many. So we do have 4 copies of Soul Warden. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, just enters the battlefield in general, we're going to gain a life. So because we're blinking, we're going to be gaining life. Because our opponents may be casting creatures, we're going to be gaining life off them. So having a bunch of these in play, we're just going to be able to gain so much life that probably just won't be able to. 4 copies of Ephemerate. This is brought back from the Strixhaven Mystical Archive. 1 mana, instant, exile a creature you control, then bring it right back into the battlefield. And then it has Rebound. So that means during your next upkeep, you actually get to cast this again for free. So double the value, double the blinking, really, really powerful for 1 mana. We do have 4 copies of Charming Prince. For 2, it's a 2 mana 2/2. It has 3 abilities. You get to choose when it comes into play. You can either scry 2, gain 3, or blink another creature. So you can use Charming Prince to actually set up some pretty crazy loops where you can be using Yorion every turn. So you can use Charming Prince, exile Yorion at the end of the turn. Yorion brings everything back. And then you exile Charming Prince, and you just get to do it every turn, and it can get out of hand. We are playing just 2 counter spells. These don't really need to be in the deck, but I do want to have at least some kind of defense. Our deck is mainly creatures except for the Ephemerates, so I feel like I'd get a little bit of backlash if I didn't play at least something that could potentially deal with some kind of spell. So we get to counter instants and sorceries. Nothing else, no planeswalkers, no creatures, no artifacts or enchantments. We're just focusing on maybe their counter spells or their removal because we are playing a bunch of creatures. We don't want to see a lot of. Maybe this does the job. We're going to try out 1 copy of Lavinia Azorius Renegade. This is an interesting card because there are a lot of crazy combo decks that focus on trying to play spells that don't cost mana. There's omniscience type stuff, and then just Genesis ultimatums, Sultile ultimatums. Since we're playing 80 cards, I did want to just throw one of these in there just to see what would happen. It's 2 mana 2/2. It says each opponent can't cast non-creature spells with mana value greater than the number of lands that player controls. So if they're trying to do crazy Mizzix's Mastery type stuff, this will prevent that, because if they're trying to just turn 3 or turn 4 Mizzix's Mastery for a 6 or an 8 mana spell, if they don't have 6 or 8 lands in play, it's going to counter it. And then also if they try to cast a spell without spending any mana, it's going to counter it. So really, really, really good potentially. But again, just the one I want to try it out. 2 copies of Blade Splicer. We're going to be making 3/3 golems whenever Blade Splicer comes into play, and they're all going to have first strike. So blinking that's going to be crazy. Elite Spellbinder. We're going to be able to look at their hand and exile a card from their hand, and then now they have to pay 2 mana in addition to cast that spell. So we're going to be slowing them down, and then blinking that's going to be great. We're going to try out 1 copy of Vesperlark. So this is going to be an interesting card because this does get back not a lot of cards in our deck, but if this dies and we evoke it, we can get cards back like Blade Splicer. We can get back our Soul Warden. We can get back these 2 Deputy Detentions that we're playing. And then we could also get back our 4 copies of Soul Herder. So it is something worth trying. And again, at only 2 or 3 mana, might be good. And if we blink it, we could do it multiple if they happen to have killed a bunch of our stuff. Skyclave Apparition, for the same reason we're playing Elite Spellbinder. It's one of the best white spells really on Arena right now. It's really powerful, can exile basically anything that costs 1 or 0 to 4 mana that's non-land. Really, really powerful. We get to blink it. Yes, they get tokens, but at the same time, we have Deputy Detention to handle the tokens. It's not really a big deal. So I do think Skyclave Apparition in a blink type deck is going to be super, super powerful. We also are playing Soul Herder. This is another way that we are able to blink our cards every single turn. This 3 mana 1/1 doesn't look too good stat wise here, but I remember when this card was in Standard, it was actually a little insane. And it says, whenever a creature is exiled from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on Soul Herder. So it doesn't even have to be your creatures. If your opponent's creatures get exiled, you maybe with Skyclave Apparition, or again, if we're blinking with our exile effects, it's going to get bigger. But this also says at the beginning of your end step, you can exile another creature you control and then return it back to the battlefield. So we're getting a free blink from just having this on the board. So every turn, this is going to be blinking creatures, and it's just going to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger and becoming a larger threat. We do have a couple of Restoration Angels. This is a 4 mana 3/4 flash creature with flying that does blink. Really good. We do have 2 copies of Teleportation Circle. This is just an enchantment that says at the end of your turn, you can blink something. We do have 2 copies of Thassa, Deep Dwelling. Same thing. This is an indestructible enchantment, essentially, that we get to blink something every turn, and then we can also tap stuff down if we need to. And then if we have enough devotion to blue, it actually turns into a 6/5 creature, but I'm not really too worried about that. We have 3 copies of Elite Guard Mage, 4 mana 2/3 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, gain 3 and draw a card. So again, it's going to be keeping us alive. It's going to be drawing us cards. It's going to be getting us to our action. 2 copies of Solemn Simulacrum. When it comes into play, we get to go get a basic land, put it into play, and then when it dies, we get to draw a card. So we're not really going to be worried about it dying a lot, but we can really thin our deck out a lot if we blink it a whole bunch. And then just the last couple of cards, we have 2 copies of Mold Drifter. So this is actually pretty cool for a couple of reasons. It is a 5 mana 2/2 that lets you draw 2 when it comes into play, but it also has Evoke like the Vesperlark does. So what you could do is you could pay 3 mana, evoke this into play, and then when it comes into play, you put its ability on the stack. You can actually ephemerate it, blink it out of existence, and then it comes back into play. You don't even have to sacrifice it from the evoke ability. So that is definitely a cool thing. And then again, 3 mana to draw 2 is pretty good. We have 1 copy of Cloud Blazer just because this card can get out of hand. 5 mana 2/2 enters the battlefield, draw 2, gain 2 life. So if we're blinking that every turn, that might, again, it's going to get out of hand. We're going to gain a lot of life. They're probably not going to. And then we have 2 backup copies of Yorion because, again, sometimes people expect us to only be playing 1 because, we're showing it, but we're actually playing 3 total. And then with this being an 80 card deck, we are playing 32 land. And again, you want to be playing typically 40% of your deck land, and 32 just does line up right at the 40% mark out of 80 cards. So yeah, this is blink and you'll miss it. And again, if you enjoy the deck, enjoy the channel, enjoy the video, Please like, comment, subscribe. Check out all those cool links down below. Join the Discord. Anything you do to help us battle that YouTube algorithm, that demon that we've been trying to defeat all these months or years or however long we've been making videos. Please do so. I'd appreciate it. Share this video with your friends and hit that bell icon. So with that being said, let's just hop right into the games and we will see you off the wrap up. All right, well, let's blink some things. And see what happens. So Yorion is not really the main focal point of this deck, but definitely going to help us do some work. So we are going to keep. This hand looks pretty good. Don't have any 2-drops, don't have any 1-drops. Opponent is on something crazy over there. So I think we are going to lead off with the Spellbinder. And let's see what our opponent's got going on. Okay, that's fine. You've definitely shocked. Oh, so we want to... I mean, I think honestly we just want to deal with his expensive things, right? So I'd really like to wait. I think I'm going to just use our mana efficiently here. We're gonna do this now, obviously, so we don't want them just going Chandra on us right now. Yep. Oh, okay. Sure thing.
I'll try to come back for you.
Sure thing. Let's do some scrying. Actually set up some draws here. Do we want this lane? I don't think so. So I think we just have to start closing this game out before they get to 8 mana. So I'm gonna swing. I don't know what opponent's doing. Again, we need to close this game out before we get to 8 mana. So we're just going. Sure. 100% fine with that. They don't get another look at another card. Oh, that's a different card anyway. So. Right, again up to I'm just scrying. I'm not trying to do anything crazy. Really don't even want that. Keep it going. Oh yeah. So yeah, definitely the hand disruption is key. In this match it's going to be key in a lot of matches. So that was sick. Let's keep this going and on to game 2. As is tradition, game 2. Let's hydrate. Because I had to pull my beanie up for that. Need to get that surprised look going while I was doing that. Opponent gets to go first. This is an interesting hand. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it. These Mull Drifters look pretty good. Okay. So opponent thinks that we're probably on like a mono white life gain deck. Well, I guess they could see Yorion. I'm not used to having Yorion exposed there. What do you got? Oh, Grixis. Interesting. Okay. I was about to say, probably see this Elite Spellbinder go away. But totally fine with that. I am a little concerned now, though, that our opponent is playing cards that'll steal our cards. So let's, yeah, they definitely forgot to attack. So let's go ahead and evoke one of these. I do wish I had the mana open this turn to do this, but if they're spending removal on this, okay, I was about to say, I was like, it's about to get sacrificed. You're good. Right, so do have to worry about. I think I'm gonna run out this Blade Splicer. Worst case scenario, they kill it. We still have a 3/3. Right, don't really care about Consider. So if they want to concede, that is also good. So yeah, that was a little bit weird of a matchup. I really would love to see their whole deck, just to get a better understanding of what they're playing. Are the Valkyries just in there for early disruption? Pretty interesting deck. There's a lot of I feel like a lot of just cards from different decks in their deck. You know, Unholy Heats, Considers, Shark Typhoon, Valky. So all right, well either way, Red Man, 129. Good game, and we will see you around in the next one. Yeah, this deck is going to probably cause a lot of early concessions, like we've seen already these first two games. So they can definitely get out of hand pretty quick. Or what are our opponents playing? Easily Crazy Hat. Okay, well. Is it mono red or is it blue red? So far, mono red. Okay, well. Let's see what we... Oh, okay. So, I really want to just take shock, right? Make shock cost 3, and I do think I block here. Unless they skewer. But maybe they don't think that will actually block. Oh, no. Okay. All right, so planes off the top is definitely our best draw. It did not pan out that way. So, yeah, I mean we just take a skewer here. Again, they can use this if they really want to Electro Dominance for 1. They don't get any bonus value out of it. If they want to play a land and Electro Dominance for 2, they get to play a field, and then that's really nothing backbreaking. And then I think once we draw another white mana, we're gonna be fine. I think we will be fine after that. But definitely need our opponent to definitely need him to speed things up. Okay. Not a white man. So I think, I mean, worst case scenario, they play another field. They attack for 4. We'll be at 21. We go to 17. They use their mana to kill something. Yeah, we're digging. There we go. That's perfect. And yeah, I think we just get in. Again, I think we're sitting fine. No blocks. I do think they should, if they don't have a land, they should have went with our line of play. Okay. Yep. Oh, you've crushed all the bones. All the bones have been crushed, my friend. Okay, they're gonna keep chaining. That's actually really, really bad. Okay. Yeah, that light up the stage really, really took things to a whole nother level. Alright, well, I guess good news-ish. Right. We get to get rid of their attacker for now. Yeah, this is bad. That light up the stage. Yeah, Bone Crusher doesn't really do anything. We're super fine with that. So now if they Electro Dominance, or we could... What's the right play here? Do we play another Apparition to shut off their Bone Crusher Giant from attacking? But then that leaves us without the Ephemerate option. This kills something. Yeah, I'm gonna play this. I want them to think that Lavinia is a threat, right? So that might prompt them to try to remove that or something else. Now maybe they try to skewer something. If they tap out for kill Lavinia, yeah, I'm probably fine with this happening. Yeah. We're fine with this attack. Yeah, do I want to? I mean, this gives them a lot of creatures, right? But then we have an out to a deputy. Lock. Yeah, I think we just have to... I think we just have to hope that they mess up here. So they Electro Dominance in response. We just have to hope they don't have anything, right? But it looks like they do. Oh. That's pretty brutal that they had another Bone Crusher Giant. What's brutal, we probably misplayed this game, but I really think their draws got them out. So, like, we play this, it blocks here, we take lethal. We play this, get rid of that. Nothing else happens. So. Oh. we're still dead. Good game. Good game. No blocks. So, I mean, we're at 1, but then they just cast any spell and we die. Any spell. Yep. Good game, Crazy Hat. Good game. Good game. Ooh, mono red. Tough, tough, tough. Their draws were just insane, though. All right, well. You can't win them all. But what we can do is we can wait for our next opponent. And we've been paired. There we go. You're not really paired until you hear that that music. All right, so what do we think? Definitely gains us life. We draw land, we're probably fine. So, hello. Hello. Let's gain some life. Oh no. Oh yeah, alright. We'll get in there. Are they playing mono green or playing elves or like, yeah, okay, definitely elves. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. We're going scrying. We are going scrying. No attacks. Question is, do we block, right? The answer to that question is a quick, absolutely not. No blocks. 27. Some more life. We get to... Oh, holy... Yeah, well... Might as well put them off of one of those. Alright, so we are... Oh, really? Interesting. No, why couldn't that be a land? I guess this is okay, right? So... Definitely gonna do this. I don't want to take the turn off to ephemerate. So we're just gonna slow their hand down. I mean, they still can cast it, right? We are at a lot of life here. Next turn, this gets to actually hit the Greater Hoof. Gonna go get another one. What we might do is we might attack, ephemerate the Spellbinder, let it come back, and then Soul Herder it. Yeah, I think we have to, right? Because this taps for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, I mean, we're probably still gonna lose this. So we get a Yorion back. Gain some more life. Take a couple crater hoofs. I mean, this is what we signed up for, right? Yep, still doing that. The greater hoofs cost 10. Still very easily obtained. Especially with Marwyn, collected companies. Things are definitely happening, right? We are about to take like 1 billion damage. Yeah, I think we have to do this to scry, right? We are tapped out. I guess we just get them, right? Because we get to get rid of Marwyn. They can't tap for any mana. Don't really need that. Alright. I think that's good, right? Let's attack first. And let's go ahead and... I mean, might as well just keep doing this, right? There's absolutely no reason not to just attack their hand completely. Gain more life. They can't cast any of these cards except for that one. Well, that's a good one. That is a good one. So we're going to have to switch these up, right? We have to switch these up. So we attack. Have any kind of evasion? I don't think so. I think we just go ahead and play this Elite Guard Mage. That's actually rude. So we're gonna give them back Marwyn. We're gonna take the Druid. I mean, it's not ideal. I mean, we are at a bunch of life here, so let's do some math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 7 is 42. Plus 12. 54. I think we just block here, right? Ooh, good game. That was actually pretty good. We like I said in one of the earlier games, hand disruption very key, and then actually getting to our deputy right at the right moment. Super awesome. So great game, my friend. Hopefully we meet again in the future. And let's head into the next game. That was a sick game, and it was really fortunate that they didn't start off with a Llanowar Elf on turn 1. They might not even be playing Llanowar Elves, but Still, very, very good game. Here. So I think we are just going to scry into Soul Herder. See what happens. Over sack button. Opponent, let's go. Time has begun. The time has come for you to play Magic. Do you dare? Maybe they can see our deck name. Maybe that's what it is. All right, so oh, okay. Well, definitely need to do some scrying. Going to be a little tricky. I think I want this over. Yeah. We at least have cards that search for basic lands. So, oh, okay. So they're playing the combo deck. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, we're gonna attack your hand, my friend. Oh, okay. Sure. We're not gonna be activating that thing very much. So let's play this white. Be a couple more. What is the difference? I think we just get rid of that because they can play it. And we're just going to hold back. That is definitely an unfortunate draw for our opponent. But we get to get in, which is really, really what's important. Take them down a notch. This is going to just turn all of their shenanigans back on. Yeah, I think we have to set this up right. I think we have to scry. I think we have to go looking. They're probably gonna get some angels here. I don't want either one of those. Speaker of the Heavens is oof. Oh, that's the draw right there. That is the That's the draw. That is the... Let's get it. Just in case. Well, target a creature we control. Yeah, it's definitely going to be this. You can have a 1/1. Soul Herder is so good. So good. And then if we get a Deputy of Detention on top of this, Scurry Oak, all right. Oh, yeah. I was about to say, I did feel a concession coming on. That was going to be really hard for them to recover from. We're just going to eat their whole board over and over again every turn, replace it with 1/1 tokens that really just don't do anything. And then, yeah, we're just going to outvalue. Sweet, good game. On to the next one. All right, well, keep them coming. Keep them coming. All right, we get to go first. This is an interesting hand. Bunch of 3-drops. I think we do keep this. Soul Herder's good. two soul herders, not bad because we do have a backup. Deputy is kind of like one of the iffy 3-drops that we have against an unknown deck. Let's just see what we're playing against. Oh, okay. Okay. This might be good. Right, we can kind of keep him at bay here. Oh, yeah. So oh. Well, that was way better. I would very much rather kill but what is this? Other zombies, no block. No attacks. Yep, we're just gonna keep giving them 1/1s, right? So good, the synergies. Sure. It's free attacks there. Yeah, let's just get it going. No attacks. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That felt good. That was a dismantling. We drew the right cards that we needed. So I think we're going to get a bonus game this go around again because we had a quick game. So sweet. Next game, everyone. You guys ready? Ready for this final boss? Let's go. Every boss is the final boss if you quit playing when you're done. All right, so opponent gets to go first. I think we keep this. This is not the greatest hand, but I actually like it a little bit better knowing that we're playing against this deck, but at the same time, I don't. We have to really draw some of our exile. This is pretty gross. Pretty gross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven, right? I mean, they could still cast it, so. They can still cast it. Yep, we're definitely going to take action here. We have to be really careful here. Remove target attacking creature from combat. Of course it does that, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, they have so much mana. Yeah, you did it. You gonna activate that first? All right, let's go. Get to get rid of this Power Stone shard. Not the greatest. We are going to decline. So they can activate, or they can block. I mean, I think we have to go after Ugin with everything. They activate the Guardian Idol, we flicker. Sure. We buy Yorion here, or do we play Charming Prince to actually try to set up for... Yeah, let's do some scrying. I think we're good with this. Dig just a little bit. I don't think we need another soul herder. So next turn we can... I mean, we're dead as soon as they draw something ridiculous, right? Or blast zone up to 3. Blast zone for 3 just really... So many draws that just... All right. They go to only 18. Scary world we live in right now. So the good thing is these are artifacts. Bad news is they have 1,000,000 mana. We're still at 20. Okay. Okay. All right, so they can block 1. Okay, we're just going. I think that's all we can do right now is just turn them all sideways. For strike damage. Regular damage. Again, I think this is going to come down to how many golems we have, right? Three. Target a creature. Yep, we're going to make sure that we have an additional attacker. Remember, with just a one good hit, well, I mean, we still just lose this game. If this is an Ulamog, we lose. Got it. Freaking Ulamog. Jeez. So crazy. Of course, it's always right on top for them. Always right on top. Okay, so we don't really actually mind that. I think we're still winning this. They blocked 2, 9. Yeah, I think we've got this. Climb. Land. They get rid of 1, they block the other, and then they take 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Good game. Wow. Wow. So sick. That was a sick game. I cannot believe that they stumbled as far as they did. And I do think there were some misplays with them waiting to do some stuff with their blast zones. But yeah, wow. That was a awesome final boss battle. So let's just get into our warm down game as promised. Let's go. Let's warm this down. Let's warm it on down. Get an opponent. And again, we typically do this if we have a game that lasts under 3 minutes. I do think like 3 minutes is a good cutoff for an actual recorded game. So the old Jaya avatar. All right, we're going first. I actually really like this hand. Opponent is maybe on mono white. Called it. Bag of holding. Nice. Left something blue, right? What are they going to do with bag of holding? Earth of Malay. So, I think we have to go ahead and attack their hand, right? I wanted to actually get rid of that, but no, banishing light. Yeah, I think we take the banishing light here. Give us that life. They probably play Celestis because it does allow them to leave up a null. What just happened? It's a very weird animation. You don't want to take that one? All right, so the question is do we Soul Herder? Oh, you know what they're gonna do? That's a wrath. That's a wrath. 100% that's a wrath. All right, so let's go ahead and get. Really want to attack this Celestis, but I think the smarter play is to get rid of this Mordenkainen.
Your foolishness has ruined the balance.
All right, well, we're gonna do what we keep doing. There's a very small possibility that could be a saw it coming. Yep. Oh, maybe not. Maybe they're just holding up bag of holding. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. And the turn, again, still just gonna go after their hand. I don't think we care about a null, so. If they tap out to play Banishing Light, we do get to Ephemerate. It is a Doomscar. I knew it. So the right thing to do here would be, I think. So if we flicker this, it kills this. Flicker that. Sure. Sure. That another Doom. No attacks. I keep blinking, keep going bigger. Very concerned with what my... Okay. Alright, so nothing crazy happening over there. They're just building up some bag of holding value. Really like for them to try to Banishing Light a creature. Oh, okay. Pretty good. So now we know what that card was. 7. One more land until their Planeswalker. Please don't have another Epiphany. You know what? I'm just gonna fire this off. Do it again. Now we have a 5/5 that potentially trades with all of their creatures. That's a sick draw. I think I'm going to play this first. It's not the land we wanted. And we... Right. Do I want to trade with everything? No, I don't. I do wish I could stack these in a way where I could hit Elite Guard Mage twice. Okay. I'm not hating the Test of Talents draw. I was like, why did it go daytime? Light on Thassa. Pretty good, my friend. Pretty good. Elite Spellbinder, not the draw. Draw again that we. So we're getting in. I'm imagining we're going to see a chump block on this 7/7. They're going to take 2. So I am going to ephemerate this guard mage. I want to draw something that deals with this banishing light immediately. This is going to be the best way to do so. Try to see as many cards as possible. Nothing else really does anything here. I still think this might be a Doomscar. So if it's a Doomscar, that's fine. We are at 41. Make that 43. This quick warm down game turned into quite the game. So. Oh, nice. Like that. You have to watch out for this. Vanishing Light's kind of gross. I think Banishing Light on the Soul Herder would probably be the best thing for us. Ephemerate. Yep. This will actually prevent us from attacking with this, so we can actually take a look. Okay, that's great. That gets the card out of their hand. Go ahead and attack. And again, we're so far ahead in life, it doesn't really even matter. I think it's time, right? I think it's time just to get Yorion down. Yeah, unfortunately for you. Oh, good game. Woo! Again, very long game. But glad we actually got to play that. They had a better chance if they would hit some better targets with the Banishing Lights. Like, they had infinite blocks with this Castle Ardenvale over here, so I don't think actually hitting the Soul Herder really mattered. They should have just went after the actual card that was just gaining us so much card advantage there. So I definitely think that would have swung the game, but I think by that point it was a little too late. But great, let's wind down. Let's talk. Ooh, I got the hiccups. Let's talk about this deck. All right, everybody, welcome back to the wrap up, and we killed it with this deck. This deck is really good. Yorion is super powerful. I definitely understand why CGB loves this card so much. You can go watch countless Yorion videos that he puts out, and every time he yells Yorion in his different ways, pretty entertaining. But yeah, this deck crushed it. Yorion, again, it's powerful. We went, I think, 7. Yeah, we played 8 games, so we went 7-1. We did have that warm up game or warm down game. We thought it was going to be quick, but we ended up playing a control deck, so it ended up being a little bit long. So sorry about that, but hey, you got a little bit more content. And I won't bore you with really everything. This is going to be a deck that is going to have pretty much endless configurations. You're going to be able to put any combination of enter the battlefield creatures into a Yorion deck and probably get there. So, you know, maybe your deck doesn't play teleportation circles, or maybe it doesn't play Thassa's, or maybe it doesn't play Vesperlark. You know, maybe it doesn't play the one-ofs that I play, like Cloudblazer. Maybe it doesn't play Muldrifter. You know, and I'm sure it doesn't play Lavinia or Test of Talents. But you know what? Again, almost endless combinations in this 80 card pile that you can make in order to have fun. And honestly, you might have a lot of this stuff. A lot of this stuff is standard or was standard at some point in the pretty recent present. So I'm sure everybody, well, most people watching are going to have 4 copies of Skyclave Apparition, 4 copies of Elite Spellbinders, probably have some Yorions lying around from trying to play Yorion. Charming Prince again was in the deck as well. So even though there are a lot of rares in this deck, there really are a lot of uncommons and commons you can put in here as well. You know, again, Muldrifter's a common that you can craft. Cloudblazer's an uncommon. You can up the number of these. Elite Guard Mage, one of the better cards in this deck, is an uncommon. So again, a ton of cards that you could throw in here that are just going to help fill the deck, and they're still going to kind of serve the same purpose. So yeah, and there is kind of a card like this. There's a white mana, costs 3, but it only removes one thing. I can't remember the name of it, but it's kind of like a budget version of Deputy. So, but yeah, a ton of great options to be playing. I highly recommend playing a Yorion deck. Again, this was Blink and You'll Miss It. I hope you didn't blink too much while we were playing, because if you did, you might have missed it, but probably not, because some of these games are so long. But some of these games were pretty short, because this deck can just get the lead pretty quickly and just feel oppressive and can't get past that brick wall. Yeah, again, I appreciate everybody watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell icon, check all the links down below, join the Discord. Again, do what you can. All these options are free. It just takes a second out of your day to do. With that being said, thank you everybody for watching. Please continue to be safe. We will see you all next time.